What's happening, y'all? Alright, so I want to talk to y'all about this issue of overly sensitive men these days. And, it's an issue that I used to have. It's an issue that I actually grew out of. I had to teach myself how to not be overly sensitive because being overly sensitive as a man, it's you're taking on a feminine trait. And this is something that like women do. For example, I got this issue with one of my boys, and I made a little joke with him the other day about some girl that he's been kind of talking to off and on, and like he got really mad. I mean, he got mad. Like I was really surprised at how mad he got, and he told me to suck his dick. Now, first off, the fact that he got that mad over this joke, and the fact that he told me to suck his dick. First off, lesson number one, men. You never tell another man to suck your dick, okay? Because it's a jailhouse prison term, okay? Think about that for a minute. Why would you tell another man to suck your dick? Think about that for a second. So don't ever do that. It's real. Look, unless you go that way, okay, don't say that because it makes no sense. A lot of guys have just through osmosis just taken on that term and say it to insult somebody, and not really think about what they're saying, but don't ever say that to another man because it's anyway. So, and number two, here's the thing. One thing I learned in becoming a man is that men hash their problems out. They really do. They hash them out. They talk it over. Y'all getting saved. It's not like I fucked this girl or I killed this dog or something like that. It's like I don't want to say. I basically have said a joke. Basically, like, yo, basically get on it. Or leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been kind of, tiptoeing with her. That's it. And it was done in a jokingly manner. And it's like, what? So what I'm saying is like men hash stuff out. If one of you say something that's kind of too far, all the other one needs to say is like, nah, that kind of, come on, man, chill. You know what I mean? You're like, all right, I'm sorry, man. Whatever. And then you go on being friends. The whole thing where you stop talking to somebody, which is what's going on. You stop talking to somebody for days. You see them, you look the other way. I mean, that really is a feminine trait, and it's actually something that I learned from my mom. My mom, whenever she was mad at me, she wouldn't talk to me, and she wouldn't look at me. And sometimes it will go on for days, and it's something I learned, and it's something I took on. So it's something that I started doing when I started dating girls. You know what I mean? I would, if we got in an argument, I wouldn't talk to her. Sometimes for days. I'd punish girls with that for a week or so. But the whole thing is that anybody that does that to me, because I'm a man and I know what it is, and I've outgrown that trait, it doesn't bother me in the way that you might think it would. It only bothers me that I'm like, yo, you're a guy and you're doing this shit. Like, piece it up. Okay, it bothered you. We're still cool. I didn't... like I said, I didn't fuck your wife. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna bother me in the fashion of like, really? But it's not gonna bother me like, oh, my friend won't talk to me no more. Like, I'm just like, whatever, man. I'll let you stew over it until you get it out of your system. And here's the ironic thing. His boy did that to him a few weeks ago. He told me, yeah, I made a joke about this, and he got real mad, man. Yeah, so now he won't talk to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he got mad at you over that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's stupid. He's like, I know. The same thing is going on with us now. I'm like, really? You didn't learn from what he did to you? And his boy, and I know him, he's cool. He's a lot older than us. And that's what I mean. Like, some dudes never outgrow that trait. And it's something we need, as men, we need to get rid of. It's something that you don't need to do. When you have disagreements with your boys, a lot of times you can settle it by agreeing to disagree. It should never come to blows, and it should never come to the point where you're not talking to each other, unless it is something serious. You know what I mean? Like, say somebody's, cousin just died. And you're like, yeah, fuck you and your dead cousin. All right, well, that's what the fuck is wrong with you for saying that? Like, nah, you making a little joke, jump on it or get off of it. I mean, come on, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I wasn't actually going to do a video over because I don't really like to broadcast too much of my personal business, but I thought that this was a learning opportunity since a lot of you are younger guys that watch me. I said, a lot of them probably do this shit. They probably, getting pouty and mad, and then they see each other in school or college or wherever it is, at work, and y'all won't look at each other, you won't talk to each other. It's petty. It is real petty. Really, think about it, only drama queen girls do that shit. Let the women have that part. Like, when women do that to me that I'm dating, okay, you want to do that? When you're ready to talk, you can text me or call me. You know what I mean? And because I don't play that shit no more. It's so petty, and it's really childish. And the funny thing, one thing that I learned in psychology class is that we form a lot of our personality traits by the time that we're 3. Like, we're pretty much who we're gonna be, and then it just grows from there. And then I've heard, I think it's like from 27 on, you're like the adult you're most likely gonna be for the rest of your life, So a lot of these habits, are formed when we're young, and they're really hard to break. But as men, this oversensitivity shit needs to go, because it's no good. And I still got certain sensitivity issues that I'm working on. But that in particular one with dealing with men, I've gotten rid of it. It's gone. Alright, so post your comments down below. Let me know if y'all deal with any of this. Let me know if I helped you. I hope I did. I'm going to post this under the motivation section. Okay, because this is something that can help young men grow and stay friends and stay cool, without getting angry over petty bullshit. 1 million subscribers. Woo!